guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Princess A here, aka Asura, and today we will be doing a story time and I'm excited. I have a lot of stories to share, so I'm excited to do this one. But before I start, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you turn on my post notifications, and let's get this started. So, just to start off, just to let you guys know what the story is actually about, it's gonna be a story about when I lost my hair.
Oh my god! Wow!
Honestly, because there's some people, and which I'm actually thankful for, there's people that I went to school with that are supporting me on this channel, and thank you to you guys too. Thank you to everybody, but thank you to you guys, because I know you guys will remember my no hair kind of days. And I'm sure a lot of people didn't know why, but I'm just gonna really explain to you. So basically what happened was, it was like, let's say I was in grade 5, so it was like when I was like around 10 or 11. I lost, it wasn't like my whole head, but it was just the front of my hair, but like a good chunk of the front of my hair. And honestly, it was embarrassing, but like now that I think about it, because before I was like in those I don't care kind of days. I'll go to school how I want to go to school kind of thing, and it was not, no. So basically what happened was, so I used to go and get my hair done very like often, and well, it was like every 2 weeks kind of thing. And one day I got like she straightened my hair or something like that, I believe, and then I had braids with it. And this time it wasn't the girl that usually does my hair, she didn't do my hair that time. So they sent me to somebody else, which was fine at that time, it was okay. And then what happened was, I guess she did the braids too tight or something like that. We still don't actually know what actually happened, what actually caused the hair loss. So what happened was, so she did my hair, everything was fine, and then 2 weeks passed when I took out my hair. We had like a morning appointment that day, and everyone was like, my family members, like my mom, my sister, was like, what happened to your hair? And I was just looking at them like, whatever. Like, I didn't understand, I didn't realize what actually happened. I was just like, let's go to the appointment kind of thing. I was not paying attention to anything about my hair. I was like, you guys are doing the most. I just took out my hair, it probably looked really nappy. I wasn't really thinking too much of it. Then when I got there, my hairdresser, she looked at it and she was like, what happened to your hair? And I was like, why is everybody asking me this question? And then by the time I sat in the chair and looked at myself in the mirror, she was telling me that I had hair loss. And she was telling me, and I just had a straight face. I had no emotion. I was just like, okay. At that point, I was like, like, as much as I really loved my hair at that time and the length and everything, I didn't care. No, it was just whatever. Like, what could I do, really, you know? It could have been something I did. Well, okay, I don't think I did anything to it, but it could have been something I didn't realize that I did, could have caused it. I don't know. We actually still don't know. It doesn't really matter anymore because it's in the past.
Nice.
But so that happened, and then so I went to school and I couldn't do anything about it. So the front it was like basically like bald. I couldn't do anything with it, nothing. So I just had to go to school as is, had my did the rest of my hair, whatever I could do. And actually one girl came up to me and she was like, in my class, and she was like, what happened to the front of your hair? I was like, ooh. And I told her, but because I didn't really care, but I was like, there's no way you actually came up to me and asked, because it was a conversation I guess they were like she was having with her friends and her other friends in the class. And I was like, okay, but you know, whatever. It took 2 years to be able to braid my hair because it was like, since it was like bald, it wasn't very long. It was just like, I don't know. So it wasn't up to standards with like the length that I needed to braid my hair. It was still pretty short. So, and like when it was at that point where they could start braiding my hair to help it grow a little bit faster, even then it was still hard for them. They still had to like really try to grip it, like, you know, to get it in the braid and stuff like that.
Okay.
I only really started growing it back faster in grade 7, and that whole time it was embarrassing. Now that I think back at it, I don't have any pictures, unfortunately, but also before I got braids, what made it worse was because like the rest of my hair was still like my regular length. But what happened was I went to another hairdresser that we know, and she messed it up. She messed it up. Like, she made it worse. So the front of my, at that point, cause she trimmed my hair, when really she cut it. She cut all my hair off because the front of my hair at the end of it was the same length as the back. The back was never that short. I didn't like lose it like how I did in the front. She just chopped it off, and in the middle of it I was left with like nothing. It was longer than everything else, but still pretty short. I was so like, and obviously what could I do? It's already off of my head. It's gone. And honestly, it was frustrating because, and that was like by the time I was like in grade 6, and this was my worst time, I'd say, because the front of my hair, yeah, so it was short, the back was short, and then my ponytail was like this big.
Oh!
And I know people were looking at me like, because there's nothing I could do, like honestly, there's no hairstyle I could have done. Cause like even like we tried to slick it down like with gel and stuff like that to see, like to slick it back and see, but it did something, but it didn't really do that much. I think by the time I got to grade 8 is when I started actually having like a decent size ponytail and everything, but you know, my hair grew slow. Like, what do you guys want me to do? Anyways, so there is that, and now, like, even now it's still not that long, but of course like the front of my hair really grew back, and now it's like, you know, it's matching up. It's matching up now with the rest of my hair. Everything else grew back too, but it was a long hair journey. And it wasn't even that, it was like in the middle of like in grade 8 too, I kept wearing braids at that time, and then the side of my hair fell out. The side of it fell out, like just like the side, it was just like a little bit on the side. It wasn't like a whole, like the half of my head or something like that. It dropped out too. That I don't know what happened. So maybe it is me, or it was me, I don't know, but I don't really know what I did to make it do that. I don't know. But you know the weirdest thing about the whole thing, about the whole hair loss thing, is that I saw no hair anywhere. Like, you would think maybe like my hair was like on my pillow, like, you know, it was nowhere. So really, it's like what happened to it? Like, it wasn't, none of it was adding up. Unless someone chopped off the front of my hair while I was sleeping and, you know, ran with it, threw it in the garbage to hide the evidence, kind of thing. Either way, we're good now. So yeah, that was my hair loss story. And I hope anyone that saw me at those times, I hope you guys understand now that I wasn't choosing to be ugly and I wasn't choosing not to do my hair properly. It's just like, you know, there was nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do. But yeah, so I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe again. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!